All right, I think the mic's up. Pardon my smacking. Man, I got cotton mouth like crazy, so I had some candy. But anyways, man, good morning. It's like post Thanksgiving stuff, updates and all that. May get into some chat if anybody jump on, but otherwise, man, straight in. Just downloaded the 30th anniversary for PlayStation. Man, it's been around for a long time, man. It's good to see all this to the beginning with my old ass, my old crusty ass. But anyway, man, we playing Alan Wake 2 today. It's like the fifth part of me catching up on this game. I really don't even remember where I am, honestly, but I think I'm putting together the mystery in this train station. Mm. But man, please continue watching. Please continue supporting. Um, I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Yeah, parting any breaks or anything, man. My phone going off. I got some business to handle too. Real 9 to 5 shit. You know how it goes. But anyway, just watch, like, follow, share, sub. I'm gonna jump in.
I had a new idea, a new story thread. I had to be at the scene, to see and understand it, in order to change it. The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, the scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves. But some things remain. The darkest, nastiest elements, like the murder site. It's my goal, a stepping stone to travel deeper to escape. Write a narrative that takes me there. Casey will lead me to it.
And they playing on my phone, man. This shit is ridiculous, man. Let me get to it.
The scene had changed. The tunnel was open now. I could get through. The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
I really don't know if I have enough ammo. Oh yeah, I remember this. I think this might be the end of the chapter. Yeah, that's where I ended up last time. Okay.
Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Yeah.
Something had shifted.
All right, time for a smoke break.
I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent.
Before they go through their whole little thing.
What is it?
Anyway, man.
Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake.
I kind of feel like I should explore more in that chapter,
I'm trying to escape.
but maybe I'll figure it out.
Progress, but I'm in danger.
And that whole place is
The
like
dark
a
presence.
labyrinth.
Help me.
It's crazy.
Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
So it's like, does this thing have 4 different stories to kind of go through? Oh shit. Damn, I didn't mean to skip it, but oh well. Oh yeah, I just popped back anyway. I think I got this on the live stream, so nothing crazy. Let me press.
The dark place wouldn't let me go that way.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Okay. Oh, I can't jump down.
The station had changed. I was closer now. Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Hold on, photo op.
Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
fighter. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story? Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside. Alice's memory card.
To plug that into a projector is fire. Let me just say that. That's a nice setup.
Photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other.
What the hell is she talking about?
Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued.
Nah, is this really how that
Well,
happened? That's
allegedly.
crazy.
It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
So they got a Dark Allen. Are we back to the live action?
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
I mean, I'll take all the trophies. I'm completely lost though.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image. as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
The cult. They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Last time, it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded.
Keep trying.
Fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true.
Think, Saga. Doesn't look right. Ugh. Nope. The Dark Place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff. Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Wake's hiding more manuscript pages. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
That's pretty cool. Damn. So another decision. Whose do I want to finish? Who do I want to finish? Alright, well, that seems to be the overall, like,
You wrote these pages
quirk
in
to
the
the
dark
game.
place.
Who do you want to
So why
finish?
are we
Which story
finding
do
them
you want to
here?
see in first?
I think I wrote them.
Sagas or Allen's? And they
I
probably
remember
feed
writing
into each
endless amount
other
of
either
pages.
way, I'm assuming.
When this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Patch is after you.
Alright, I'm in the stream for now. I think this is a good point just for today. Probably on every other day. Probably on later, matter of fact, honestly. But, alright, good place to end. I think that chapter 2 is finally coming to a close, but I'll pick it back up in a few, y'all. Got some errands to run real quick, man. But, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Later.